We start on Friday night, Garrett, and we start on the banks of the Brazos River. Auburn and Baylor playing one of the most intriguing season openers that I can remember in quite some time. In fact, this is the first time since 1995 that Baylor has welcomed an SEC opponent into Waco. Of course, McLean Stadium wasn't there all the way back then. It would have been the case, but rest in peace. But that was Mississippi State coming to the case back in 1995, last time that they hosted an SEC opponent. Storylines abound in this game, and I feel like it's not getting the justice that it deserves from just a national media standpoint. It's Friday night. It's on Fox, so make sure you have your rabbit ears ready if you're a YouTube TV person like I am, and I think you are too, Garrett. Make sure that you have those rabbit ears ready to go and tuned in so that you cannot miss this one. Auburn's a 2.5-point road favorite. Jackson Arnold is being banked on as being the answer for Auburn, as they have maybe one of the best wide receiver cores in the nation, definitely top 2 or 3 in the SEC. But do they have the quarterback that can put that all together? That is the biggest question. We've seen some murmurs in fall camp. We've seen some clips come out. Of course, not having a ton of context. We never do in those situations. But this is a big vibe game for both of these teams. Baylor thinks that they're capable of winning the Big 12. We think they'll be right there in that title race as well. Auburn thinks that they're capable of making a very big jump from a couple of disappointing seasons to start the Hugh Freeze tenure. Big time vibe game. Where do you see this one playing out? What's your read on it?
I've got Baylor winning this one outright. I know that they are technically the dog. I do have them winning this game. I think obviously they have the clear quarterback advantage. Sawyer Robertson's a lot better than Jackson Arnold, but I do think that Jackson Arnold will be brought up by his supporting cast. Like, I think with that cast of receivers, it's almost impossible that you won't have somebody open at some point in time to go chuck a long ball at, right? Like, somebody's going to run at some point. I have a lot of confidence in this one, in the Baylor run game, specifically with, running back Bryson Washington and then what they got on the O-line. I think they're going to be able to control the game a little bit. And even if Auburn wants to turn this thing into a little bit of a track meet, I could see it being a thing where Auburn hits a deep ball and it's a, 2-play, 75-yard touchdown drive. And then Baylor sits on the ball for the next, 8 minutes and just methodically drives it down the field, makes good decisions, and puts the ball in the end zone anyways. In that kind of situation, obviously that I think favors Baylor being able to control the game. Even if they want to turn this thing into a track meet, I think Robertson and company can keep up. I think Baylor wins this one outright. I don't really trust everything going on in that Auburn locker room right now. Something seems off. I know you were saying that just something seems different. Something seems wrong here. So I just don't trust it right now. And I think it's going to be a big win for Baylor. I'm a little higher on them than I think you guys were. I'm pretty high on Baylor this year.
Baylor's right there in the Big 12 title conversation for me. They have a brutal schedule. We don't have to break all that down. You can go listen to our Big 12 our Baylor preview on the channel for that. But brutal schedule. If they can navigate that, they're going to be right there in the thick of things for the Big 12 title. I'm with you. I'm taking Baylor to at least cover the spread. Haven't decided if I'm picking them outright yet. Plus 2.5 for the Bears. I just don't think Auburn has done enough to deserve being favored on the road against a competent team at this point. I could be wrong about that. I'm more than willing to be wrong about that. But this iteration of Auburn, again, we're banking on Jackson Arnold to be the answer to all of life's questions on the offensive side of the ball. He has a ton of fun weapons to throw to. There's no denying that. Peyton Thorne had a bunch of fun weapons to throw to last year. We're really going to see if it was a chicken or egg situation for Jackson Arnold at Oklahoma last year. Obviously, he had a lot going against him last year, but I'm just not ready to bet on Hugh Freeze Auburn in this spot. And it has more to do with the just general vibe of the program, like you said, than it does maybe with Jackson Arnold specifically. So give me Baylor plus 2.5.